sports,
There's no crying in baseball!
and other topics of craziness Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
Game on radio.
SportsTownChicago.com is an internet sports station that is located at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard, Illinois. We offer you a chance, or should I say an opportunity, to become an on-air personality, get invited to live sporting events, and we teach you how to interact with your listeners. Get the training you need to get in the broadcasting industry. Just go to SportsTownChicago.com or dial 630-916-1700.
In a galaxy far, far away, one day, Ken and the Don were destined to do sports broadcasting on a show called Daily Dose of Sports.
Like, really? Like, when do they come on and stuff?
Every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com. We have a Chicago Bears expert on named
Adam Osman.
I write about the Bears. I cover the Bears for Chicago now for a site called ChicagoBearsHuddle.com. You guys can check it out at ChicagoBearsHuddle.com. You guys can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/AdamSpeak.
Remember, guys, every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m., listen to Daily Dose of Sports on SportsTownChicago.com.
Hey, it's Herb Lawrence. If you love sports and you want a career in broadcasting, then go to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting trains you for careers in radio, TV, and online media. With internships, financial aid for those who qualify, job placement assistance, and day and night classes, you can start your new career in less than a year. Take it from me, Herb Lawrence. Check out the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
When you turn into Bleacher Talk, sometimes things don't go as we planned.
Yeah. I didn't know what to say.
Bored.
If you want to give us a call, give us a call.
On the other side of the fence, the guys that you kind of expected to be decent haven't been decent.
Sometimes we say things that might offend.
You're just racist for even saying that.
He's not white. He's an idiot.
That's another Hawk favorite.
So stupid.
Sometimes we make sexual innuendos.
Can I be half in?
No. You're all the way in or not in at all. They're keeping him fresh, you know what I mean?
He's not big. He's just not girthy
enough. It's hard after a while. Please.
I just didn't want you to finish, that's all.
And sometimes we just show our sheer brilliance.
Just came up with an idea to attract more attendance at U.S. Cellular Field. Free churros.
Oh, I was thinking strippers. Yeah, top rickets.
But here on Bleacher Talk, we promise to inform and entertain. So tune in Mondays at 2 p.m. for Bleacher Talk Radio on SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for it? I'm ready.
It's coming.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick Camp of SportsTownChicago.com, the Region Sports Network and AM 1280 WBIG. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to be on radio or TV, then you need to contact the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Our faculty, filled with industry professionals, will show you in 10 short months how to succeed in every aspect of radio and TV, get you an internship at places like B96, 670 The Score, Q101, WGN, NBC, and more. If you can't wait to get behind a mic, you're in luck. In your first month, you can be on air on one of our 3 internet radio stations, SportsTownChicago.com, JamsOnAir.com, and TheEdgeOnAir.com, which all are heard worldwide. If a career in broadcasting sounds good to you, then call ICB at 630-916-1700 and set up a time to come see the campus at 455 South Eisenhower Lane, Suite 200 in Lombard. For more information, check out BeOnAir.com. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
You want to do a live sports show with up to 3 of your friends? Yeah. Would you like to be invited to live sporting events? Well, yeah. Well, you can now with SportsTownChicago.com. Sportstown Chicago is the home of the ICB Sports Network. Learn blogging, podcasting, and promos right here at SportsTownChicago.com. For more information, go to beonair.com or dial 630-916-1700. SportsTownChicago.com. We're in a league of our own.
1, 2, 3, 4.
we're back. SportsTownChicago.com. Once again, live at Redbird Arena for the IHSA State Volleyball Tournament. We're back with match 5 of 8 on the day, and this is going to be a good one. It's for the 3A championship, and it will be the Wheaton St. Francis Spartans taking on the Richmond Burton Lady Rockets. Brad Miller once again joined by Coach Laura Watling of the Marion Central Catholic Hurricanes. And Coach, you've seen both of these teams play. You've played against both of these teams. What can we expect in this match?
Oh, well, I like that you call me Coach all the time, by the way. It makes me feel very official. First of all, both of these teams are very, very good competitive teams. I think that Richmond, who we have seen several times, has a phenomenal outside, which everybody knows about. That's not a secret. Allie Franti is obviously their best go-to everything hitter. She's a phenomenal talent. They really rely on her a lot to do a big job for them. With Francis, they have several weapons. Mostly the Haggerty sisters have been their big go-to players, both on outside or right side. They switch off a little bit every game, but both of them have great composure and have stepped up. Now, all of those people that I've mentioned, none of them are seniors. So we're looking at two teams who are very reliant upon younger players to really take the big leads for them. If I look at the rest of their teams, Francis has phenomenal defense. They really play a very clean and tight game. They're one of those teams that will challenge you to the very core. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They force you to make the mistakes. They put the pressure on you from the very first serve. They have a great servers, great passers, and they will run a fast tempo offense, which is something that Richmond does not necessarily run a fast tempo offense. They have two main attackers, one on the outside and one on the right side, in Kim Russell. And all of those sets, sometimes they might be faster, but mostly they're a higher tempo. So we'll see how they can keep up with the faster tempo that Francis does run.
And that will be something big to watch out for. And both of these teams very talented. St. Francis coming in at 36-5. Richmond Burton coming in at 37-4. And both teams have had their starters introduced already. They are just about ready to get underway. St. Francis will be going from right to left to start things out. Richmond Burton going from left to right. Richmond Burton in their white tops with the maroon and black trim and maroon numbers. St. Francis in their black jerseys with the blue trim and blue numbers.
And the collars. I haven't seen collars for a while. That's something
you don't see every day.
No, not too many teams wear the collars anymore, so I got to give them props for that.
And two good fan bases here also. St. Francis has their student section off in front of us, and they are already making a lot of noise. They travel very well. Richmond Burton making a lot of noise off to our left also. Very intense atmosphere here at Redbird Arena, and you might even be able to hear them through our headsets right here. It is that loud here as the two teams are out on the court, and they are just about ready to go. And St. Francis and Richmond Burton both coming off of wins in the semifinals yesterday, and St. Francis on a good winning streak, as is Richmond Burton coming through the playoffs. Both teams ending the season on a good note.
Yes,
but something's got to give today.
Exactly. Somebody cannot come out of here with a win. So that will be the telling tale. We'll see. Francis does not go over easily. We'll see how Richmond can respond right away with this serve.
And St. Francis will start out with the serve. McKenna Kelsey sends it over, and that's going to be an ace right away for McKenna Kelsey, as Kim Russell couldn't get a clean hit on it in the back corner. 1-0 lead for the Spartans.
Richmond needs to regain their composure here.
Kelsey with the serve again. This one is up and over, set up by Russell, and going for the kill is Allie Franti. Franti, they run the offense through her. The junior already signed to play at Penn State once he goes to college. And the serve is up and over by Woodward. And going for the kill, but going into the net is Molly Haggerty.
She was a little late to that one. If she can be up a little bit earlier, that attack will work.
And back for the serve is Woodward. The libero sends it into the net. So that'll knot things up at 2. Woodward in the maroon jersey as the libero. And the libero for St. Francis is Sam Dubiel in the white jersey with the black trim. Set up and going for the kill, Alex Callanan. Set up by Kelsey and going for the kill. Sent right back though. Give the kill to Michelle McLaughlin. Another senior on this Spartan team, not reliant on their seniors like we were saying, but they can get the job done too, and McLaughlin does right there.
She's still a very talented player who was on the team last year that played at state.
Maddie Haggerty sends a serve over, and the return is sent out of bounds. They'll give Maddie Haggerty the ace, and the 4-2 lead for St. Francis. Again, Molly and Maddie sisters, the leaders of this team. This is set up at the net. Little tap over, kept alive by the Spartans. Set up, going for Molly Haggerty, and she's going to get the kill.
It's a really nice spot on the court. Richmond needs to adjust their defense a little bit more. They were all towards one side. Nobody was covering over towards that far side of the court.
This serve set bumped up way up by Woodward and handled by Maddie Haggerty back and sent over for the kill now. Mary Boken. Little tap over by Franti, sends it back. Set up and going for the big kill, 10-foot line. Sent right back on the block though. Francis regains control and sent over. Richmond Burton Franti trying to tap it over, kept alive and back into play and up in the air, but not able to send it over on the third hit with Sam Dubiel. Good effort, but just a little too far for her to go. A little bit out of control on that one.
Yeah, it was an awkward angle for her to take on that ball.
And Kara Russell, the setter, back for the serve now for Richmond Burton. Set up by Maddie Haggerty. Now over to Molly, going for the kill off the block, kept alive by Woodward. Now set up and going for the kill. Franti into the block.
And on Francis' side, yeah. They didn't press over all the way, so it just snuck down in between their arms in the net.
And getting the point, that'll bring it to within 1, 5-4. Back for the serve again is Russell, sent over. Dubiel digs it out, set up by Kelsey and going for the kill. That's going to be Michelle McLaughlin again. Give her another kill.
It was a great run out of the middle, mixing up their attackers from different spots on the court to keep Richmond guessing.
Mary Boken now back for the serve. The sophomore gets it up and over. Set up high in the air by Franti. Now bumped up back over to Franti, going for the kill. And looks like that one's going to be out of bounds, just off the sideline. Franti couldn't keep it in. Spartans get the point, 7-4. Back again for the serve, Mary Boken. That's up and over.
Watch for her to set her sister. Oh, or
a little dump over instead by Russell, but kept alive by the Spartans. Little tap over goes into the block by McLaughlin. Back down. Give the point to the Lady Rockets. 7-5. And now Franti back for the serve. The 6'1 junior throws it up high in the air. Jump serve up and kept alive by Haggerty. Going for Molly Haggerty now, and she's going to get the kill going cross court.
That
8-5.
Angle is ridiculous. What she can do as a freshman is unbelievable. I'm blown away every time I see her play.
Now back for the serve. Natalie Mirison has kept alive and sent it up and over, high up into the air, kept alive by the Spartans and sent over from the 10-foot line. Becca Shear. Little tap over, and nobody there. A little bit of miscommunication on the Spartans right there. Nobody on the back line able to get to that one.
Yeah, that time they really just let that ball drop in between two people. You can't do that at this match.
Not in the state finals. 8-6 is the score. Spartans still up by 2. Kelsey sets it up. Going for Shear. That one's kept alive by the Rockets. And that's going to be diving to keep it alive, but sent into the stands by Natalie Mirison. Richmond Burton gets the point, 8-7, back to within 1.
It was a great angle. They have to realize she is a lefty, so she's going to aim for those hard shots.
Serve over by Brogan Hatton.
Yeah.
And that'll be a point for
Francis.
St. Francis.
That was confusing. I'm like, it hit the official. How can it be inbounds?
Not really sure on that one, but the Spartans do get the point. 9-7. They are up by 2. And the serve is up and over by Alexi Riccolo. And at the net, and that comes down on the Rocket side. 10-7. St. Francis on top by 3.
Richmond needs to really control their pass right now.
Riccolo back for the serve. Dug up by Woodward, set up by Russell, and going for the kill. There it is for Alex Callanan. The senior outside hitter gets the point for the Lady Rockets, 10-8. Now back Kim Russell, she sends it over. Dug out by Mirison and sent over on the kill attempt. Off of the block, kept alive by the Rockets and going out of play to keep it back in. Oh, we've got a whistle, and they're going to say that one went outside the antenna.
Yeah, that was a hard angle to take, but that was a really great effort.
Can't fault the Rockets on that one. Good effort, but 11-8 is the score. Russell set it up. Little tap over the double block. Diving in to keep it alive is Dubiel. Set up, going for the tap over. Kept alive again, going for the kill is Boken from the middle. Kept alive. Franti going for the kill and unable to get to it in time was Riccolo. And Franti just finding the empty spot in the court right there. Very good accuracy on that kill.
It was very good accuracy, and Francis really needs to make sure that they are keying on her and closing that block.
Callanan back for the serve. Alex Callanan sends it over, set up, going for Boken, and she gets the kill. 12-9. Francis back on top by 3. And back for the serve is going to be McKenna Kelsey, the senior. And that's up and over. Bumped up, set up from the back, and going for Franti, going for the kill. She's got another one from the left side this time. Give the kill to Franti, 12-10. It's a 2-point game here in the first set of the 3A state championship finals. The serve is over by Marissa Woodward. Set up in the air, going for Haggerty into the block, sent right back. Spartans gain control of it. Kelsey sets it up, going for the other Haggerty. First time it was Molly, this time it was Maddie, and Maddie comes through with the kill.
What a dangerous front row that is. You have one Haggerty on the outside, you have another one on the right side, and you have a 6'1" girl in the middle. That's a tough front row right there.
Tough to go up against that, and that's one of the reasons St. Francis is so tough. Franti going for the kill and going right at Molly Haggerty, and she just could not get in position to send that one back.
Yeah, she definitely had the read on it, but that ball came
Looked like
at
she was
her
about
so
to catch
fast.
it like a basketball more than anything.
Exactly.
Russell sends the serve over. Kelsey sets it up, going for the kill. McLaughlin, and that one sent out of bounds. 13-12 is the score. Richmond Burton back to within 1. Serve over by Russell. Molly Haggerty over to Boken, and she sends it over from the left side. And bumped over off of the tape and down to the floor. Big point right there for Kim Russell.
The free ball kill. Did not expect to see that.
Did not think that one was going to make it over, but just hit the tape and down to the floor in front of Mary Boken. That serve over. Dubiel digs it out and going for the kill. Molly Haggerty gives St. Francis the lead back by 1. 14-13 in this back and forth first match here at Redbird Arena. Back for the serve, Mary Boken, 6'1" sophomore. Serve up and over. Set up by Russell, going for Franti, going for the kill, and she's just going to hammer it down over the block.
Oh, but she was in the nets. She was in the nets.
So give the point to the Spartans. Franti came down a little too aggressively there at the net.
I think her hand hit the net on the way down, but it was very aggressive swing.
15-13, 2-point lead as the serve is over by Boken again. Russell sets it up, this time going the opposite side, and that's going to be a kill for Kim Russell. Going away from Franti that time, and Russell takes advantage of the opening and gets the kill, 15-14. And now Allie Franti back for the serve. Go from the left side, running serve up and over, and that's going to be an ace.
That ball dropped.
That one fell right off the table right there.
Yes, it did. Top spin.
Right in front of Maddie Haggerty. And we're all tied up at 15. Franti back for the serve again. This is a long serve set up by Haggerty this time. Up to the net and going for Molly Haggerty, and she gets the kill. Off the deflection, 16-15 St. Francis.
Molly's definitely stepping up here, having some great hits, great success.
And serve up and over, dug out by Woodward, set up by Russell. Going for the kill is Kim Russell. And that's going to be out of bounds off the Spartans. 16-16. All knotted up again here in the first set. Back to the serve, Brogan Etten, who has a face mask on protecting her nose. And
Allie,
the serve goes just out of bounds.
Little known fact, well, it could be known, but she actually got the broken nose from her teammate Allie Franti during a practice. I know, wasn't that wonderful of her?
Back for the serve is Lexi Riccolo. She sends it over. Russell sets it up for her sister, Kim Russell, but sent just wide on the kill. 18-16, Spartans have the 2-point lead. Riccolo with the serve again, dug out by Woodward again. Set up, going for the little tap over, sent right back on the block, tapped over again. Spartans now have control, and they're going to go for the dunk.
Wow, that was
and
really
just unable to keep it in. Looked like she had a shot at the back corner, but just outside the end line. And now Kim Russell back for the serve to try and tie it up for Richmond Burton. The lefty sends it over, line drive serve, dug out, that's going to be sent right back over, tapped over. Spartans regain control. Maddie Haggerty going for the kill, into the block, and down to the floor, 19-17 Spartans.
really tough swing. The middle has to be pressing over on her, otherwise she will be overpowered by those Haggerty swings quite often.
And that happened right there. And with that, Richmond Burton wants a timeout to talk things over. 19-17 is the score. St. Francis on top by 2. It's been a really back-and-forth match so far, but the Spartans starting to get on a little bit of a run here, and Richmond Burton wants to try and put an end to that before it gets out of hand.
Oh, definitely. You know, I'm very pleased with how Richmond has come out, especially for a team who has no experience at this level, playing in front of this type of crowd. You know, they're coming out really strong. They're not making a lot of mistakes. And that's, you know, it's going to be a competitive match because both of these teams are playing some clean, tough, angry volleyball. So I can't wait to see how it's going to play out.
And they're back out on the court now. And Sam Dubiel is back for the serve. And the junior libero sends the serve up and over. And Richmond Burton lets it go at the last second, and it goes out of bounds. Good awareness by Marissa Woodward to duck out of the way at the last second and let that one go.
You get so nervous when your teammates do that. Oh, my goodness.
Alex Callanan with the service one.
Oh, great up.
Nice dig and going for Maddie Haggerty and sent off the block and then off the antenna out of bounds. Maddie Haggerty gets another kill. 20-18, St. Francis on top by 2 again. And McKenna Kelsey back for the serve, the senior. Serve is up and over. Dug out by Russell over to her sister, Kara Russell, and tapped over by Franti over the block, sent right back by the Spartans. Ooh. Kara Russell sets it up for Franti, dug out again, and kept in play by Molly Haggerty, and sent over by Kelsey on the bump. Russell over to Franti going for the kill, and almost digging it out was Lexi Riccolo, but not able to get in front of it in time on the sidelines. 20-19.
Like she's almost going over that block, which is really hard to believe because Francis puts up a great block.
And serve up and over, dug out by Dubiel, set up by Kelsey, over to Molly Haggerty, kept alive by the Rockets, sent over by Franti off the block, kept alive Spartans, set up for Molly Haggerty again, dug out again by Woodward. Franti going for the kill again, off the block, dug out on the back line. Riccolo over to Kelsey, little tap over the double block, and nobody home. Woodward can't get there in time.
It was a very smart play. You know, it's been swing, 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 throwing in the tip there, especially from Maddie. I don't think they were expecting that.
And now Maddie Haggerty back for the serve, 21-19 lead. So then dug out on the back line, set up,
ooh,
and over,
tight.
and sent right back though, and off of the block, the deflection out of bounds, 22-19. St. Francis has a 3-point lead, and now Richmond Burton wants to take their other timeout as they are down by 3 with only 3 points to go in this first set.
Yeah, you know, Richmond has been doing pretty well, digging, getting into the right spot, but overall their ball control could be a little bit tighter. I feel like they're forcing it a little too much, too tight or too off the net. And they need to give their hitters a little bit better option so that they're not stuck swinging right into a block.
And statistically, these teams very similar right now. Both teams with 13 kills. Richmond, Burton with only 3 errors, 4 errors for St. Francis on 29 attempts, 31 attempts for Richmond, Burton. So very similar statistics on offense. Two teams very closely matched. And the serve is up and over by Maddie Haggerty, dug out on the back line. Woodward bumps it up towards the net. Franti going for the kill, right into the block, though, right back.
Wow, Boken was all over
Mary
that one.
Boken right in on that one, using every inch of her 6'1" frame right there.
And there's the difference can be on defense for Francis.
23-19 the score. Francis up by 4. Franti going for the kill. Off the arms of Haggerty. Off of Maddie Haggerty. And that one goes out of play. 23-20.
She needs to get set. She was right there, but she's swinging. And when you have a ball coming at you at 50 miles an hour, can't afford to swing at that ball.
Kara Russell back for the serve. She sends it over. Dug out by Dubiel. Set up by Kelsey going for Molly Haggerty. Kill dug out nicely at the net. And it's going to be bumped over on the third hit by Russell. Set up at the net. Going for the kill is Mary Boken in the middle.
What a fantastic set by Kelsey. Really drawing that block, jumping up, reaching over on that jump set. That was a fantastic play for her.
And McKenna Kelsey, one of the SportsTownChicago.com All-Stars this year. She'll be playing in the All-Star game December 1st right here on SportsTownChicago.com. As Allie Franti goes for the kill right at Molly Haggerty. And that is down in front of her. Keeps the set alive for the time being. 24-20 is now the score. 21 is now the score. And Franti back for the serve again. Still set point for the Spartans.
Look at how far up they are on their serve receive.
And Franti gets the serve over, dug out, bumped up. Haggerty going for the kill, 10-foot line, kept alive. At the net, goes into the net, but up and over on the bump by Etten. And there goes Haggerty, Molly Haggerty with the kill. Going cross court for the winner, and that'll send the first set to the Spartans by a score of 25-21.
With some really great outside hitting, middle hitting, from Francis. I feel like you're seeing the best of what both of these teams have, and that's what you want to see in a state championship match, that both of these teams are playing some of their best volleyball
Exactly.
right now.
You really can't ask for much more than this right now. St. Francis just coming out a little bit stronger in the end, though. Able to go on that run towards the end and get the 4-point win. But it was a very close very close set for the first 2/3, 3/4 of it. Neither team really going on a run before St. Francis.
15-4, 15-4. Exactly.
Just one less attempt for St. Francis on offense, but 15 kills apiece, 4 errors apiece. And I mean, you really can't get much closer than that.
No, no, you can't. I mean, there's just a slight edge on defense for Francis. A few more digs, and I think they're definitely doing a good job blocking or setting up the block at the net. So I think that's where the edge is going to lie. If Richmond can pick up their defense a little bit, tighten up their ball control, then this next game could go either way.
Absolutely, and take a look at some of the individual stats here really quick. Richmond Burton leading the way with kills is Allie Franti with 9 on 19 attempts, 3 errors for her. 5 more kills for Kim Russell on 8 attempts. So very effective attack line for those two. For St. Francis, leading the way again are the Haggerty sisters. Molly with 5 kills on 11 attempts. Maddie with 4 kills on 6 attempts. Only 1 error for Molly, none for Maddie. Throwing 3 more kills for McLaughlin, 2 for Mary Boken in the middle. And it just shows you the depth of this the St. Francis offense.
Sure.
I mean, you have the Haggerty sisters there, but you have 4 or 5 different players who can consistently score.
Oh, definitely. You have so many options. I mean, you can rely on Molly and Maddie to pick you up when you need it, but you have all these other players who have experience, who are really great in their roles. I'm always impressed by the depth of their team from year to year, the quality of players, and how level-headed they are once they get on that court.
And I think we need to make a note about Coach Peg Kopic.
Oh yeah, Peg is.
Let's see, 38 years as the St. Francis head coach.
She is a legend.
All-time record of 1,129 and 240.
I believe she's the winningest coach in Illinois history. I'm pretty sure.
I would not be surprised by that one bit.
She is a phenomenal coach, and I like coaching against her a few times a year because I get to talk with her, kind of pick her brain, and get inside the mind of a legend.
Try and pick up a few hints without her knowing
exactly,
it.
Exactly. Oh, she's very nice. She'll share.
And back for the serve to start out the second set, and starting things out with the ace is Alex Callanan. And that's a good way for Richmond Burton to start out right there, getting the point without having to do anything.
Exactly. That definitely was a communication error from Francis.
But just like that, she sends the serve into the net. So you get the ace, but then you get the service error. The bet going from high to low right there.
Exactly. You want to at least get that ball over the net to make Francis think about it.
Exactly.
You know, it's always
otherwise you're just giving them a point, and now they have control of the serve as Kelsey sends it over, set up by Russell over to Franti, going for the kill, and right down in front of Sam Dubiel. Richmond Burton gets the kill and the point, 2-1.
That really is Franti's shot. She is phenomenal at hitting that shot time after time, and it's hard to pick up if they can adjust their defense.
Serve over by Woodward, dug out by Dubiel, set up by Kelsey, over the net, and going for Molly Haggerty, she sends it off the block. That'll tie things up at 2. Spartans get the point, and Maddie Haggerty now back for the serve. Haggerty back for the serve. The 6'2 junior gets the serve over, set up by Russell over to Franti, 10-foot line, going for the kill, dug out by Maddie. Set up by Kelsey, going for Molly Haggerty and trying to tap it over the block, but sent into the net.
Yeah, trying to give a little finesse on it that time, but not quite enough. You still got to go up powerful, even if you're going to tip.
And that'll give the lead to Richmond Burton, 3-2. Serve is over by Kara Russell. Bumped up high in the air, little tap over into the block, kept alive by the Rockets, sent right back. Maddie Haggerty over McLaughlin, going for the kill, and she's able to find the back corner. Nice placement by Michelle McLaughlin. Gives the point to Wheaton St. Francis. And the tie at 3 apiece. Boken back for the serve. She sends it over, dug out. Set up by Kara Russell over to Kim Russell, going for the kill off the net and down. Kept alive by St. Francis, and they're going to get the kill as Molly Haggerty at the net again gets another kill. 4-3 lead for St. Francis.
2 shots in a row to those deep corners. They're hard to dig, but nobody is back for Richmond. They got to keep somebody a little bit deeper.
Boken with the serve again. This one bumped up, back into play by Franti and set over behind the 10-foot line. Callanan going for the kill, kept alive. Franti going for the kill. Just in front of the 10-foot line. Kelsey sets it up for Molly Haggerty, and she gets yet another kill. That's 8 now for her on the afternoon.
They are swinging every angle imaginable right now, making it hard for Richmond.
The serve over, set up by Kara Russell. Kim Russell going for the kill off the block, kept alive by the Spartans. Going for Molly Haggerty again. This one dug out by Woodward at the net. Joust one by the
Wow, nice dig.
Spartans gain control. Woodward digs it out over to Franti, going from the 10-foot line, sending it over with the right hand. Set up. Molly Haggerty again, dug out on the back line. Set up over to Franti, tapping it over, but not keeping it in. Good awareness by the Spartans to let that one go. And 6-3 is now our score.
They really need to get a better set to Franti right now. They're trying to feed her the ball, but it's very inconsistent. She's not able to get a nice swing.
Serve up and over, set up by Russell over to Kim Russell. Dug out by Maddie Haggerty on the back line. Over to Molly Haggerty into the block, kept alive Spartans. Set up by Kelsey. Over to Maddie Haggerty, going for the kill. And she is going to get it as that one goes out of bounds off the hands of Kim Russell on the second hit. 7-3, Spartans on top.
Really putting the pressure on with their offense right now. Richmond has to pick up their ball control so they can get something happening.
Serve over by Boken. Dug out. Franti's going to set it up and sent over by Callanan, 10-foot line. Boken sets it up. Little tap over by McLaughlin. Kept alive by Kim Russell over to Kara Russell. Callanan sends it over, and that'll be a point for Callanan. As a little miscommunication there. Kelsey kind of got in front of one of her teammates there, and it ended up going behind her. 7-4 the score.
Yeah, sometimes when they're coming from deeper, it's hard because you have more time to react to it, and people second-guess themselves.
Allie Franti back for the serve. Line drive serve just off the tape and kept alive by the Spartans. Went for the kill, kept alive. Off of the block, little dump over by Russell. Kept alive Spartans. McLaughlin into the block, sent right back. Set up going for the kill again. That's going to be sent well out of bounds by Becca Shear.
She really didn't transition off that time. I don't know if she was expecting the set to come because it was behind her head. She needs to make sure she gets off a little bit further so she can at least snap at the ball.
Franti back for the serve. She sends it over, dug out by Maddie Haggerty. Set up by Kelsey over to Molly Haggerty going for the kill off the block. And we've got a whistle.
Net violation on Callanan, I believe.
Looked like it was. Yeah, I think it was on Callanan. And give the point to the Spartans. 8-5 is the score. 3-point lead. And a serve over. I got set up by Franti over to Callanan. Going for a little tap over the block. Kept alive. Set up and going for the kill. That's McLaughlin. And she sends it off with a tip into the stands. 9-5 St. Francis on top by 4 over Richmond Burton.
Yeah, they really need to get set. They're in the right spot. But once again, they just keep swinging at the ball.
Natalie Murison with the serve. Bumped up high in the air, now set up. And Franti's going to send it over from the 10-foot line. Little dump over and in front of Allie Franti. Give that to McKenna Kelsey. And a 10-5 lead to Wheaton St. Francis. And Richmond Burton is going to take their first time out as they are down by 5. And Wheaton St. Francis has really been on a run.
Really been on a run. Their ball control looks great. They look really aggressive. You know, they're playing like they want it. And Richmond, I feel, is kind of taking a step back, kind of content with how they did. They really need to turn it around right here. They need to get a good pass so they can get a nice set up, because I feel like they're just kind of scrapping. And that's fine, but it's not good enough if you want to win a championship.
Yeah, it's not going to get the job done in a championship game, especially against a team as good as St. Francis. A lot of talent on that team. And you can scrap against them for so long, but eventually they're going to take over.
Eventually they'll wear you down. Exactly. They will wear you down if you can't get something going. So they need to come out here with a really great pass. First kill right away. Don't play with them. Just get it down right away if they want to stay in this match.
And Natalie Murison will be back for the serve. Out of the timeout, St. Francis gets the serve over, dug out by Woodward. Franti's going to set it up over to Callanan, going for the kill. Into the block, sent right back. Bumped up by Russell. Over to Callanan and sent over by Kim Russell on the third hit. Dubio will bump it up, and going with the right hand is McLaughlin. Kim Russell going for the kill again. Dug out on the sideline by Maddie Haggerty. With a little tap over McLaughlin. Kept alive, sent back over. Russell keeps that one alive again. Callahan sends it over 10-foot line with the set. Maddie Haggerty up to Kelsey and going for the kill again. McLaughlin. Good rally going on here as Franti tries to go 10-foot line and sends it into the net. 11-5.
A little too aggressive. I know she really wanted it, but that set was a little too low for her to go full out swing.
And back again for the serve. Natalie Murison. She sends it over, dug out by Woodward.
Oh boy.
Just
nice
able to
save.
get to it was Russell, and sending it over. Broganetten going for the kill. There's another kill, this time for Becca Shear. 12-5, St. Francis on top by 7.
I feel like Richmond is a little overwhelmed right now with the offense that's happening. Oh.
And give the ace to Natalie Murison as she sends that one off of the tape and down to the floor. Nobody at home on the front line for Richmond Burton.
Nothing like killing any momentum you feel like you might be able to get.
And there's another point. Becca Shear just sends that one down with the roof, just sending it right back. And time for that second timeout by the Rockets as they are down by 9, 14-5, and they can really, I think, they're starting to feel this one kind of slip away from them, and they don't want to let that happen anymore.
No, and that was a good timeout by their coach, because you can see on their faces they're getting a little too flustered, a little confusion and miscommunication, and that happens when things aren't going your way. So they really just need to take a deep breath, take it 1 point at a time, and set something up here to really take care of business. You know, mix up their shots a little bit against Francis. Francis moving in deep. Maybe they should try to go long. You know, just something different, see if it works. Because, you know, I have nothing to lose at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, you're already down by 9. what you're doing right now isn't working, so you have to change something up. And now coming out of timeout, we'll see if they can get some of that momentum back. Natalie Murison with the serve. It's bumped up by Franti, set up by Russell over to Kim Russell, going for the kill. Off the block, sent back by the Spartans. Just able to keep it alive, and Franti just able to send it back over. Bumped by Murison, set up by Kelsey, going with the hammer, but kept alive. And Franti will send it back over with the right hand. Kelsey sets it up for McLaughlin, kept alive on the nice dig. Kim Russell sends it into the block, sent right back. Russell over to Franti, 10-foot line, and that one's going to go just in bounds, just keeping it inside the end line. Allie Franti gets the kill, 14-6. That'll put an end to the run by the Spartans.
That's exactly what they needed. A little bit of a confidence booster for Franti in the back row. Get that kill in.
Etten now with the serve, set up by Kelsey, going for the kill, and there it is for Becca Shear. Another kill. Shear doing a nice job coming off the bench with a few kills of her own.
Doing a great job, especially she hasn't played middle all season. I know the few times we've played them, she has not been their leading middle. So she's doing a great
even listed
job.
as an outside hitter here on the program, but doing a good job in the middle today. As that little tap over is sent just wide. Good idea by Alex Callanan.
I cannot tell you how many times she has killed our team on that shot. Several times. That is her go-to.
And it's frustrating because the opening is there, but she's just not executing it today.
Right.
As the serve is over, set up by Russell. Callanan, a little tap over the block, kept alive by the Spartans. Maddie Haggerty going for the kill, and she's been quiet for a little while, but she's back now with another kill. 17-6.
Richmond needs to be more aggressive right here. They're doing a lot of tipping, just trying to get it over. They need to play to win, play aggressively.
Riccolo with the serve, and give the ace to Lexi Riccolo. As that one goes into press row, down on the opposite side of the court. 18-6 Spartans on top by 12. And starting to run away with this one. Again, Riccolo back for the serve. Sent over, bumped up by Franti over to Russell. Kim Russell going off the block, and that'll give a point to the Lady Rockets.
Yes, Lady Rockets.
That's what their name is. Yep. Little tongue. It's been a long day.
I know. I'm sorry.
And the serve is up and over, set up, and sent over, and going for the kill, and
Salandra in the net, I believe. Yeah.
Yep, Casey Salandra. And as the serve up and over, 18-8 is the score. Haggerty going for the kill off the block, and trying to get a play on it was Alex Callanan, but she sends it into the stands. 19-8. And back for the serve, Sam Dubiel. Serving from the left side, sends it up and over. Woodward digs it out over to Russell. Kim Russell sends it over from the 10-foot line, set up by Kelsey, and going for the kill, Mary Boken off the deflection, out of bounds, 20-8, St. Francis on top.
She really needs to know where she is on defense. I think they're playing very tight because, they're scared to make a mistake. Trust yourself here.
Woodward digs it out over to Russell. Franti, 10-foot line, tries to send it over, but she's able to keep it in right on the sideline. I thought that one was going out for sure, but just able to keep that one in. 20-9 is the score. Now back for the serve. Callanan sends it over. Dubiel digs it out. Set up, quick kill attempt by Boken, kept alive by the Rockets. Franti going for the kill. Nice diving dig by McLaughlin, and going for the kill is Maddie Haggerty off the block, kept alive. Rockets set up. Franti again going for the kill, and there's that cross-court kill again for Allie Franti. That's been her bread and butter. She executes it right there. 20-10 now the score.
She's dangerous on that cross-court. Just when you think you got her, she'll sneak it around there somehow.
Callahan serves it over, and at the net going for the little tip over is McKenna Kelsey.
This is a very aggressive tip from her. You like to see that in your setter every once in a while. Get that aggression, really go up there and put it down on two.
Absolutely. When the opening's there, you might as well take it. And that gives them an 11-point lead, 21-10. As the serve is up and over, Callahan sets it up for Franti, going for the kill into the double block. Rockets keep it alive, coming down at the net. Spartans send it back over. Franti set up for the kill again, and she gets it off of the block. 21-11. Still a 10-point game, but the Rockets trying to keep it alive here.
Got to sustain some momentum. Have to get some aggressive serves here. Maybe throw Francis off their attack.
Woodward with the serve. Kelsey's going to set it up for Molly Haggerty, and she sends it into the net. 21-12.
That is rare for her. She doesn't make a lot of errors.
Now back into single digits, so is the deficit. 21-12. Woodward with the serve again. And she'll send it over. Kelsey over to Molly Haggerty off of the block, and she makes up for her mistake right there with the kill. 22-12, 10-point lead for the Spartans, just 3 points away from a state championship.
That's what you want to do as your setter. If you see someone make a little silly hitting error, go back at them.
And set up for Franti going for the kill, and that'll be a kill for Allie Franti. 22-13, but still Spartans with a big lead. They came in third place last year in 3A, looking to atone for that with a championship this year. As the serve is up and over, dug out by Maddie Haggerty, set up over to Molly.
Oh, net.
And that's going to be a net violation. Yep, right, you called it right there. Net violation on Molly Haggerty. 22-14.
She's getting a little too reckless with her approach. She still needs to go in strong. You got to finish strong here if they want to take this.
Kelsey's going to set it up for Molly again. Dug out by Woodward. Nice dig. Franti going for the kill off the block.
Ooh,
and
nice
able
cover.
to keep it alive and sent over on the third hit. Haggerty sets it up over to Kelsey going for Boken, but she sends it into the net on the kill. 22-15. Richmond Burton trying to get their way back into this one.
Slowly but surely, they'll pick away at you. They've done this to us in the past. Francis needs to focus right here.
Dubiel digs the serve out over to Kelsey, going for the kill. McLaughlin off of the block, kept alive. Richmond Burton going for the kill. Russell into the block, down to the floor. 22-16. And I was wondering when it was going to happen, but Wheaton St. Francis wants the timeout. You don't want to let this one slip away, only 3 points away.
No, definitely. And a lot of the mistakes they're making right now are just fundamental errors. Pressing over and finishing your block, making sure you're taking an aggressive approach, jumping straight up, just those little things. When you have a big lead, I think the tendency is to get a little too relaxed. And really, at this type of match, you're playing for a championship. You don't want to let the other team try to build up that confidence by taking anything for granted and making those types of mistakes.
Absolutely. You have And welcome back, SportsTownChicago.com. We apologize for the technical difficulties. And unfortunately, we did miss bringing you the end of the 3A state championship. Wheaton St. Francis moves on to win in straight sets, 25-21 and 25-20, in really what was just a dominating performance in that second set by St. Francis.
It was. Richmond gave a valiant effort in trying to fight back towards the end, but they just kind of dug themselves in a little too deep of a hole.
And that's just what happened. I mean, and when you're up against a team like St. Francis, they just have so much talent out there. It's just very difficult.
Oh, yeah, they put the pressure on you from every point of it. So, thank you. If you aren't playing your best, it's going to be hard to overcome them. Even if you are playing your best, it's sometimes hard to overcome them.
And when you fall into a hole like Richmond Burton did in that second set, it's almost impossible to come back.
Yes.
I mean, and they did their best too. They made a game of it at match point, coming back with 3 or 4 points in a row before St. Francis finally nailed it down. Mm-hmm. But give Richmond Burton credit. They fought all the way to the end, and they did not give up.
They really did, and that impresses me because most teams might not have the courage and the tenacity to really fight back when you're down by that much.
But they were able to come out on top, and St. Francis able to get that state championship. They came in third place last year. This year coming out on top, and they get to hoist that first place trophy. And Coach Peg Kopic just add another trophy to the
notch in her championship
exactly.
belt. It's really intimidating to go play at their school because you walk into the gym and it's like nothing but state trophies everywhere. You feel like you're kind of walking into greatness whenever you walk there. But she's established this winning tradition. Obviously, it didn't start always that way, but she's been with the program, I believe, since its inception. So she's really built something there. And it's impressive. I have to give them a lot of credit. Year after year, she figures it out and finds a way to keep her teams competitive.
And she has a lot of young talent on that team, and look for them to be back again in the mix next year, just like they always are.
I know. Unfortunately for me and my team, yes.
As you're in the same conference, so you have to go up against them at least a couple times a year.
Yes.
So very tough battle for you guys there.
Mm-hmm.
And Richmond Burton, don't look for them to go away either. They have Allie Franti coming back.
They do have
She'll
Allie.
be a senior next year, and they have a lot of players coming back too. A young team for them.
The biggest thing for them though is they do, but however, they really didn't play any of their younger players. So Franti will have to carry the load for that team next year. I mean, she did a lot of it, the heavy lifting this year as well. But next year, they're graduating their setter. They're graduating the other outside hitter. They're graduating their middle, their libero, their right side. So they're going to have a lot of holes to fill. It'll be interesting to see how that team looks next year.
Absolutely. Will be very interesting next year. So we do have 2 more games this evening, too. We're moving on from 3A, heading on into 4A. And first, we'll have the third place game coming up around 7:25. Again, possibly a little bit earlier than that. The games today have been going a little quicker than originally scheduled. So maybe a little bit sooner than that, but the third place game will feature Mother McCauley and Libertyville. They will be taking each other on in a third place game. And then the 4A championship game featuring New Trier taking on Bennett in what should be another good matchup. 2 more good matchups actually coming on this evening. So we'll be back for those probably a little bit before the scheduled 7:25 start time.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we'll be back for that whenever it's ready. And stay tuned for us there. Once again, in straight sets, the St. Francis Spartans are your 3A state champions, 25-21 and 25-20. In a great game that we're sorry we weren't able to bring you the end of, but nonetheless, they are the state champions. We'll be back in just a little bit again with the 4A third place game in probably about 45 minutes to an hour or so. We'll be back with that right here on SportsTownChicago.com.
You love watching and talking about sports, so why not turn that passion into a career in sports broadcasting at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting?
Hi, I'm Matt Abaticola from Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's #1 sports talk station. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the time that I spent at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting.
For more information, go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports or text Chicago Sports to 33239. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where sports broadcasting careers begin.